let's jump into the history of the 49ers draft picks in the second round, just exclusively 49ers for now. Then we'll get to pick 61 and kind of all those different things. So right off the bat, who we traded back last year for Aaron Banks. What is Aaron Banks going to be? We don't know. Obviously, that's an incomplete. He had the least amount of snaps of any first or second rounder in the NFL draft last year. The least. So definitely didn't start out the way that we wanted, but Kyle definitely redshirts people, rookies. We've seen him do that quite a few times. So judgment's still out there. I got a question this morning from Phil on Patreon. He asked this. This is from Phil. He says, today I've been thinking about Aaron Banks. How did he end up at right guard when all his previous experience was at left guard? And why is everyone saying we need a left guard and not a right guard? Great question, Phil, as always. And, what I would say is this. My biggest critique of the 49ers, and this is my biggest critique, and I've been on this one for about 6 years, is that they play people out of position. They've done this repeatedly. Now, left guard to right guard, I don't think that's necessarily out of position, but we saw it didn't work in training camp. We saw it didn't work in preseason, and we're crossing our fingers that the only reason, Aaron Banks was what he was last year, non-existent, was because he couldn't make that switch. And if that's the case, hey, just keep him at left guard. Lakin's gone. He's got a shot now. So that's the final excuse that we could put out there. But it's not only him, right? You draft Solomon Thomas 3 overall. You play him inside instead of outside like he did all at Stanford. Tarvarius Moore, you spend a third-round pick. You put him at corner. Jimmy Ward, they didn't draft him. This front office didn't draft Jimmy Ward. He was previous regime. But you move them to corner, slot, safety, all these different spots. You're moving guys way too much. Number 27. Dante Johnson. He's not supposed to play outside. He's not good at it. He needs to play inside or not at all. Quit putting people where they are not successful. Understand what their limitations are. And then that's the coach's job. How can you win with these players? Put them in that spot. And you can say, well, we value corner more than safety. That's why we put Tarvarius Moore there. You wasted 2 years of the kid's most prime development on a position that he had no business in. Yeah, he ran a 4.32. Great. Good job. So please play people where they belong. Now, Aaron Banks, again, he wouldn't have fit at right guard. We know that. Maybe he will be at left guard. Now, why is everyone saying that we need a left guard and not a right guard? 2 reasons there, Phil. One, a lot of people don't believe in Aaron Banks. So if you're not an Aaron Banks guy, if you're not a believer of him, then yeah, you think we need another left guard, at least competition there. The reason why they don't say right guard as much, I say right guard, is Kyle Shanahan's love and affinity for Daniel Brunskill. He absolutely adores that man. I believe he even had the quote, "Oh, it's not easy to beat out Daniel Brunskill," and he did his little like chuckle that he does. I'm not trying to make fun of him, but I see it. It's burned into my brain. Brunskill's good. I think he's an above average starter, but the best thing that could happen for the 49ers and Trey Lance is if Daniel Brunskill didn't start. He'd be the best 6th man in the NFL, right? Like basketball term, bringing it over. What if he was the backup, everything, tackle, guard, center? That would be absolutely perfect. So Phil, there's Phil. Hopefully you enjoyed getting your answered your question there. But let's get back to the best starting positive second rounders the 49ers have drafted. And the number one player is the one that we're all talking about right now. The best second round pick that we have had, it's Deebo Samuel. He was number 36 overall. Absolutely just unreal what he did last year, and he's going to get paid. And I don't want to turn this into what's going to happen with Deebo. Just listen to the facts. Okay? Fred Warner got extended in training camp. Remember that offseason? Oh, pay Fred. Hashtag Fred. Hashtag pay Fred. Hashtag pay Warner. All those things. Everybody got up in a rile. Paid him in training camp. Kittle. Oh, no. Are they going to trade Kittle? Oh, no. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Guess what happened? The whole offseason was a mess. Extended him during training camp. The format, it's been laid out. This is what we do for our stars. And Deebo and his agent and all them, they're all jockeying for position because you've got DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, A.J. Brown, and Deebo Samuel, all represented by the same agent, and Cooper Kupp, all going to get paid this year. I think Kupp already got paid. But anyway, regardless, that's where those guys are. And so they're fighting amongst themselves. It's always turns into a little bit of a match. But Deebo Samuel's absolutely, he's going to be a 49er. Everybody got to chill out. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate the gift, my friend. You're the best, man. Let's see here. How much do you think Niners paid Deebo? Two things. I think that it's going to be probably about $22 million per year, APY, average per year. But that doesn't mean anything. And we could throw out all the numbers with, Devontae Adams or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters, the devil's in the details. You got to look at those cap hits, where it's going to be, and all those things. That's what's important. So you give Deebo what he wants. If he wants that high $22 million per year average or whatever, he deserves it. Give it to him. Yeah, he's only had 1 year of production. Yeah, he's had a lot of little nagging injuries, but we don't make the playoffs. We don't win one game in the playoffs without Deebo last year. Now, hopefully that offense is going to open up with a different quarterback that can do more things than just, throw underneath passes. But we'll have to see there. LAX dad says, yeah, 25 mil though. Yeah, 25. It might be that. And, I don't care. Don't care about APY at all. I know that's the headlines. I know that's what ESPN and all them will lead with. Don't care. It really doesn't bother me at all. Pay them. It's not my money. I care about the cap space. Why do I care about the cap space? Because that's what brings the team in. Is it going to be front loaded, back loaded? 49er, it's going to be back loaded. So anyway, yeah, I saw the post that he's not taking less than 25 mil. That's fine. You put the incentives on there. Hey man, if you make all pro, you get an extra $1 million. You lead the NFL and, touchdown scored, you get an extra $1 million. Guess what? That'll show up on there and that'll make him happy. Cool. If he hits that, the 49ers win. If he hits that, Deebo wins. If he doesn't, big whoop. And I know people get upset about whatever. Oh, why isn't he signed already? Look at the past. Right now, they're focusing on the draft. They're focusing on the draft. They're going to focus on that in the training camp. It's just what they do. All right. Back to other second-round picks that are amazing for the 49ers. Colin Kaepernick, 2011. He was pick number 36 too. I wish we would just take pick 36 every single year, trade up to that spot, because you got Deebo, you got Cap. What he was able to do as a second-round quarterback with his time in the league was unreal. Got us to the Super Bowl and one of the best playoff runs from a quarterback, especially rushing, right? We talked a little bit about this last episode with best and worst draft choices. But Colin Kaepernick, that was a huge positive for sure. And then David Bass. You guys remember this cat in 2005? He was picked 33. He came in with the Alex Smith draft, right? We got Alex Smith, number 1 overall, David Bass in the second round. He started 54 games for the 49ers. Started at both guard spots, center, moved around, 92 career games played, started 54. He was a, above average starter, not a Pro Bowl or anything along those lines, but like those are the top guys, whatever. And we look back, the 49ers didn't make a lot of second round picks. That was another thing. We have a lot of first round choices. There were probably all the way back to 1982, I'd say about 10 years, the 49ers didn't even make a second round selection. It was kind of a weird anomaly. Just want to say thanks for watching and supporting the 49ers Rush podcast channel. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so in the middle of the screen now. And here are a few extra videos if you want to check that out for some more 49ers content. Just want to say thank you. And as always, stay strong, faithful.